Sisters. It's your girl Lollipop here with Kitty Boom.
Hi, all.
And today we are going to review Rason and Eliza by C. Bowerman. This is book one in her Rojo, Texas line. This is also related to several lines that we have several books that we have talked about in the past. So definitely look out. We will link those in the description as well as in the tag, so you'll be able to easily click and open up those reviews to learn more about several other books that have led to this particular book.
Yes, because we are C. Bowerman fans.
Yes, and I am new to C. Bowerman. Did not know her until the last, 4-5 months? But I have read quite a few of her books and I've enjoyed every single one. There's not a one that I have felt was a dud. So, Kitties, would you throw out some of the things about this book that really stood out to you? Oh, heads up, this will be a spoiler review, so we will talk about plot points. We will talk about happenings, because let me tell you, this X is in my top 5 of crazy. I mean, she's kind of in my top 2. The only other one was a serial killer who topped her, but she's a close second on the crazy scale. But other than that, let's kick this off with a little bit of discussion on Rason.
Okay, yes, she is definitely crazy. I must say, number one, we did a previous review on C. Bowerman's book, Hank, and we waxed on poetically about our love for Hank and that we were going to find our own Hank.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Liza is Hank's little sister, who they were separated as children and they found each other as adults. So that's like one main big thing about
Mm-hmm.
this. And as you said, yes, his ex was crazy. And I feel that it is so, I must mention, I found it so cute with this book that Rason is like such a little mama's boy, but in a very cute way. Actually, in the opening scenes like his parents, they're so excited to see him and be with him. As an adult, I was just like, oh, he must be their only child and they couldn't have anymore. But no, they have other children.
But they don't live nearby.
Yeah, they don't live nearby, but I was like, wow, I feel so neglected.
But think about it though, because he was he's only comes to see them every 3 or so weeks. So once a month he was seeing his family. And for him to live that close by and to not see his family more often than once a month, I mean, maybe it's just me. I'm used to
I have never in my life seen grandparent age people welcome their adult children so enthusiastically.
I have for visits.
Yes,
and I visit but he's visiting
when they're months and months apart in the visit. But I mean, once or twice a month, he's right there. No, I've never seen that before.
But he lives in another town and he's living his own life. It's not like he is in town where they might even see him in happenstance. It's like a concerted effort for him to come home. It's a thing.
True. Well,
and it's also her culture. You have to remember, we're looking at it.
Someone that has lived away from home for so long that once a month the visit seems like a very reasonable amount to me.
Well, you have to remember, people are different in different cultures, and his mom is Vietnamese.
True.
And so in her mind, family is everything.
Yeah.
So being around, because there's a lot of communal family gatherings and family living, always being in the bosom of family. So I am sure she suffered when he was in the military for 6 years because he was gone.
Actually, after this discussion, I'm going to tell my family they need to greet me more enthusiastically. You're just not happy enough.
Exactly.
But yeah, I love that he's the mama's boy, and he's daddy's boy too. The dad is yeah, I got this project. You could just come once a week now, and your mom she'll cook. She'll cook after we're done with our project.
Let me tell you, his mama's cooking came up quite a bit. And let me tell you, all the dudes was like, how come you never cooked for us?
Yes, when the friends find out that he himself can fix like native like Vietnamese cuisine, they're like, "You've been holding out on us."
They were like, we gonna have a weekly dinner, and I will host. That's what they were saying. And you could teach. Oh, and the wife loves to learn this stuff, so you could teach her how to make it while you're here. I was like, I love it. And you're thinking about these motorcycle club guys with their tattoos and beards, and
Yeah.
you're like, yeah. And you could come over every week and make me dinner, basically.
What's this, pho? I'll take some of that next week.
They were like, when they escorted his parents to the airport, they were like, she stopped us and was like, oh no, food can't go to waste. And they were like, I had never ate so good. And then they were like, and the ones who had saddlebags got to take home leftovers. It was like, yeah, I had mine this morning for breakfast. I was dying. I was like, you know what? That is such a cultural thing. My family would have did the same thing.
Yes. Break out the Tupperware. And the X, like you're right, the X is so nuts in this book. Like you can't like overlook her. And I mean, in the beginning, it's like, okay, how are you friend zoning the crazy person? You know she's crazy, and you're trying to make her your friend. You
She's trying to
just
kill
cut her
herself.
off.
So he was trying. See, the thing is he's too much of a nice guy. That's what
Yeah,
he is. So, okay, let's bring this back. Like, I wouldn't even call her. They were dating for 2 months, not even a full 2 months, because he tried to break it off after like a month.
yeah.
So it's only like a 2 month dating. This is not like they've been dating for this long period of time.
I mean,
And
it was even insane that she was upset that he would not introduce her to his mother after only dating for a couple of months. I mean,
and
that's like super quick.
but also the fact that she when he was trying to explain his mother's culture to her, she brushed it off and didn't care, and then got pissed when he was like, no, you can't do that. I can't do that. Like, that is seen as very rude in her culture, and she just didn't even care. So why would he introduce you or want you to be in his life when you were disrespectful about his mother's culture?
Right. And how about, well, I mean, not hilarious, but it was hilarious when she was stalking him at his house and the police were called and the police come up and she's like, hello, officer.
Thank you. Or the fact that she tried
How
to
was
make it,
your night? She
but
was
how
like,
she lived
good.
there.
You can
Remember?
go
She
about
told
your
him that she lived
business.
there.
I live here. We're just having a discussion. Like he wasn't there to say something different.
Crazy.
On
Or
her
the
page.
fact that she told him that she was 5 months pregnant, and he's like, that's not even possible. I've never even had sex with this woman. And we only been dating for 2 months. We were only dating for like 2 months. So it's not scientifically possible for me to be the father.
Unless she was like, oh, I dreamt of you 3 months before we met.
Or the fact that she would throw fits like a child. I believe her crazy also stems from her parents from enabling her crazy.
It had to be. And it's mean, like, come on, like she was the daughter of two doctors, right?
A doctor and like some kind of nurse administrator or something at the
Administrator.
hospital. Yeah.
I mean, like, come on, you could just give her money. Instead, you let this person that had lost her nursing's license come into the hospital and work, and you know she's crazy.
Thank you. She already had 2 cases against her that they probably paid off.
Yeah.
Sure. Because they were trying to get her off on this one too.
After she blew up his car.
And part of the house he was living in. She could have, yeah. She after she did that, or I'm like, how the hell does Heifer find him? Like, she has got skills. Like, first of all, she opened dude's door and snuck her arm in to unlock the chain. It was hilarious when he was like, bam, out the door to hold her hand captive.
And she was like,
called the police. They're like, she's like, this is assault. Let me go. Listen, but their love story, Eliza and Rason, was so cute. And then her helping him pollinate the tree so he could grow the fruit for his mom that his mom hasn't had in so long. It was everything. And then with her breaking into his house, not really, because there was no front, to get the plans to try to continue raising them while he was off hiding for his life because this heifer was crazy.
Now, I must say, in real life, anytime I got a hat and a car to come visit my boyfriend, that is a relationship that is just not time for us. Be like, you get rid of the crazy chick, you deal with her, and then you call with me when this is over.
For realsies. But it was cute in the book, though. You know, as we say, a lot of things is cute in the book that we would not think is cute in real life. For real. So, but yeah, no, I really enjoyed this book. I thought that Rason was a great character. He loved his family. He definitely grew to love Eliza not fairly quickly because they was like in it to win it pretty quickly. Yeah. But I would also say that they knew of each other for a long time.
They did.
So it's not like complete 100% strangers.
Right.
So that kind of led to the relationship developing a little bit more quickly. And she has even had conversations with him as he came into the bookstore over a period of time. But she knew that he was dating that one chick, so she would not flirt or anything. So when he was like, and he was cute with it too. He was like, you know, can I take you to get some coffee? And I'll tell you about what's going on because it's not dating. So it's, yeah, but that girl was a whole nother level of crazy. First of all, how did she even get the bomb to implant on his car? Like, I'm like, how smart is this girl?
I mean, she had gotten out of two previous known stalker cases. I'm sure there were some that didn't like report her or.
Well, there was 2 that she was convicted for. That's why she lost her license.
Right.
And then 2 that they mishandled the evidence. So she got off on those. So technically there was 4 that they know of, which is crazy.
Yes.
Absolutely crazy. Oh, how the fact that she lied to her deadbeat dad about her niece's name and showed a picture of some kid from a magazine like it was the baby. I loved it. I was like, she's a real one. She's a real one because her dad got that girl convicted properly. So, you know, he's good for something.
Right. I wish we could see his face when he figures out that she lied to him, though.
How's he gonna figure it out? He don't care enough to look it up.
He doesn't. Because if he did, he would have known. I mean, I'm sure it's easy for a high-standing judge to get a copy of a birth certificate from, you know, his son's wife.
I mean, he could have just Googled it. Let's just be real. If you Google somebody, you can find out everything for free because they sell all information everywhere.
Right.
So it exists. It would not be hard.
But overall, I really enjoyed it. And I'm happy that the next book in the series is already out. So we get to read Rason's next door neighbors whose, you know, front of their house was blown up too when that car bomb went off. It was nuts.
Well, it didn't blow up it burst the windows and then his tire went through the office. And if the guy was in the office, he would have been killed, which is crazy.
Yes.
Crazy. This chick was nuts. She, and the fact of the matter is, when he thought about it afterwards, he was like, wait a second, I've never brought her to my house. How does she know where I live? She has been following me. But yeah, I highly recommend it. We will, as I said in the beginning, we will add the links to the other C. Bowerman books, to Hank's book that we have talked about and reviewed. So definitely check her out. She's a great author. As I said in the beginning, I'm new-ish to her. Now it's been like 5 months or so, but I've really enjoyed the books that I have read, and I would highly recommend this one as well. I don't think you need to read Hank's story to enjoy this one, but definitely reading Hank's story adds another element of flavor, since he is isn't a decent portion of this book, and you get to understand Eliza's background a little bit better from Hank's perspective.
You get to understand the daddy, like Eliza's birth father.
I would agree, because Daddy was a trifling hoe.
He was a rolling stone.
He's a trifling hoe, and a federal judge at that too. Yeah. So it's like, and you out here impregnating prostitutes and not on purpose, and not taking care of none of these kids. So it is what it is. But thank you for watching us, enjoying this review. Hit that like, subscribe, ring that bell. Let us know in the comments what you think. If you've read this book, or if you've read Hank, let us know what you think. We'd love to hear more about what you're reading. Is there any book that has stood out to you this month? You know, as we sit here, April's almost over.
I know.
Where did the month go? Definitely let us know what has captivated you, what new authors you've discovered, and who you're reading now. Because as we always said, we're always looking for new authors to read. There are so many good authors out there. There's so many good independent authors, self-public authors, and they're not getting the boost that, you know, we feel that they should for their art. Because let's just be real, this is an art form. Because if it wasn't, everybody could do it. So it's a skill, it's an art form. It is something that we enjoy. It's entertainment, and we love to support who we can. So definitely hit us up. Let us know. If you are an author, feel free to let us know what you got out there as well. We're more happy to check it out. Especially if it's a romance book, let us know, because we're always looking out for good books.
Yes.
So stay blessed, and we'll talk to you soon.
See you later.